Oh wait, I just realized I need to do this first. I need to change my background. There we go. Forgot to do that before stream started. Yeah, now it's different. I added the shell. Alright, let me go ahead and share this with the cool people in the Discord. Get the stream ready and all that fun stuff. Alright. Game title, I guess there is no game title. I can throw this in the stream archive and tethered. Share. I need to quickly go to the away screen. Open up Discord. Stream notifications. At notification squad. Late stream, I guess I'll call it. There we go. Why, hello there, Harry Mario. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. Alright, now I can switch back to programming. Now that I've sent out the notification to all the cool people on Discord in the notification squad. Yeah, let's begin. So last time we left off, we were working on the skeletons, making them not be broken. Unfortunately, they're broken. This will take a second to actually load because it calculates a whole bunch of math that's incorrect. And yeah, today my goal is to have that fixed so the math is correct, so it actually looks good. I've shown this project to several people and it's so annoying because it's like, oh, this project would look good except for the fact that it doesn't. So yeah, we need to fix that, where he just clips out of the entire existence. So yeah, we need to fix that. That's the goal. Now, I will say that this is going to be a pretty short stream for me. I'm going to try to really break this down. I don't, it's obviously 1:30 at night tonight, so I'll probably stream for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I'll try to keep that schedule up every day. Make some actual progress on it. You posted the same comment on my first community post, which you also deleted. I see, very sus. Alright, so let's begin. So, you see all this math here? Pretty sure it's meaningless. Let me go ahead and let's enter the project. And let's see. I need to switch this to Visual Studio 2022. I have Visual Studio 2022. Yeah, we're gonna do that first, actually. Let's see if I can switch it. It is loading. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna close this. I want to see if I can change it to Visual Studio 2022. Let's see. How to switch Unity from Visual Studio 2019. Alright, no help. Maybe a tier project settings. Let's see. Oh, these are all the options. XR plugins? No. I guess these are project settings. I should go to something that says preferences. There we go, preferences. Okay, that's not what I want. Wait, is there an externals tools? Yeah, here it is. There we go. No section to apply down here, so this should be fine. Now, if we go here to open C# project, there we go. Now I have the newer Visual Studio, the Chad Visual Studio, if you will. Okay, that's just a Windows security alert. Live split is open? Shouldn't be open. Yeah, live split's not open. Live split's down here. It's not open. Streamlabs is. Google Chrome is. Also, now that I could actually hear the video, I must say you did enjoy it. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Honestly, I wouldn't call it my best video, but I think it came out pretty well. I just am upset that it screwed up at first. Wait, why do I have live split on my taskbar? Because I wanted to be able to open it quicker. I haven't used it in a while though, so I might remove it. I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up our player controller. So when I self-destruct... No. Oh wait. Wait, what? Is it just detecting if I'm holding down? Alright. Man, it's been a while since I've actually worked on Skeletower, so it's gonna be fun. Alright, where is the down? Here it is. So I set myself to dead. I set the rigid body to 0. I do all this. Where am I doing this? Doing all this. Where's the part where I actually like go ahead and do the debug statement? That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I should be able to just do this. Ah, here we go. Void start. Oh, okay. So here I'm just setting all the bone weights, I guess. So we need to fix this first and foremost. And then I guess when I go ahead and self-destruct detected, it actually looks at all the bone weights. Or not, I guess. Maybe that's what it parents to? What? When I self-destruct, I'm just doing nothing. Set that to 0. I enable... Wait, what? Wait, I enable... Oh, that's the player collider. Okay. So here I... Bone rigid body... Okay. Oh yeah, I was originally just trying to add the weights to it. What am I gonna do then? I guess I have to do that. I don't know. Alright. I do unparent the bones, right? Yeah, bone parent equals null. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and look at this. So, the first thing to note is I'm using the wrong thing here. When I get the bone weight, this is I equals 0. It's looking at this. So, the problem is this. Bone weight dot weight 0. I'm looking at a bone weight. Wait, no, that actually should be right. I think. Because, yeah, I did switch it over, I guess. Originally, I was using a shape weight or whatever, which was like, or blend shape, which is a different thing. So bone weight should be correct, but I'm obviously using them incorrectly. Yeah, a bone weight, what it should be is basically how much the bone is affecting each vertex of the mesh. Up to 3 bones, I'm pretty sure. So, for most of these, it makes sense. This is bone 22, I'm guessing, and its bone weight's length is 228, which would kind of make sense because that would mean it has 228 vertices, but most of the bones are all connected to one bone, like armature bone. So this would make sense. So yeah, this is the ID of the bone I'm guessing it's attached to. So this one's attached to bone 4. This one's attached to bone 3, etc. I want to take a look at this in my actual model. That's the prefab. Let's go ahead and open up Blender. So, if my assumption is correct, there should be like 23 bones in here, in this model. Let's see. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can go ahead and bring that up to 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. So that makes sense. So each of these bones is essentially affected by 1. To not get the bones stuck under the map. I mean, that's the plan to fix this. So another thing that we have to look at is what are all these other values? I guess these are all like secondary bones that are attached. I can actually bring this up a little bit more. Yeah, here we go. So here we have, oh, I guess these are actual weights. I see, I see. Okay, so I get this now. I get how a bone weight works now. It gives you 8 pieces of information. Basically 2 for each bone, up to 4 bones. It gives you how much influence that bone has over this vertex. So for this specific point, this vertex in the mesh, bone 2 has 0.83% weight over it. And then bone 6 has 0.1667 weight over it. Now, I'm not sure if the highest weight is always on it. It looks like it is. Like if you look at this vertex, it's slightly less. It's more balanced. Then this one's more balanced, this one's more balanced, but then now the first number still goes back up to being greater. However, it's 6 now, while this one was 2. So I'm guessing the highest weight bone, it's a priority list, I should say. The highest value is always first. In that case, that makes my life really easy. So cool. That should make this code a lot simpler. So the way I'm debugging it now is bone weight.weight0. So I should just really need to look at bone index 0. Let's go ahead and cut this out of our code. What? Fat Albert? What? What the hell's Fat Albert? Alright, we have been streaming for 16 minutes. Also, I forgot to stop recording, so that's a fun 16 minutes of footage I needed to lead off my machine. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this now. So for each bone, okay, so now it's going to basically say for int I equals 0, bone length. So for each bone, it's going to look at each vertex. I'm pretty sure there's also a debug statement. Yeah, right here. So there's this debug statement. Why am I not using for each? Oh, wait. Do I not assign it? Or do I assign it here? I might. Do I ever say bones I? Yeah, I say bones I equals game object. Yeah, okay. Okay. I guess I actually have to do this. Wait, bones temp. Now, one thing I want to avoid is constantly recalculating the bone weights. I should only need to do it once. Then I can cache the result. I don't know. It already takes a really long time for this to load. Like if I save this now that I don't have to do each bone weight, now this should be a significantly faster load time. Yeah, so much faster. So, I'm gonna close this. So now I need to figure out how to do this in a way where it makes sense. I want a way for it to cache itself, but I also want a way for it to, make sense, I guess is the best way to put it. So maybe for each bone weight in bone weights. Where do I get bone weights? Here. I wonder if I could get median. Probably not. I guess I'll leave the debug statement here for now. Why is this like this? This should not be like this. Why is it doing this? I don't know. Alright, whatever. So I have bone influence equals temp. Why am I getting blend shape? That's not right. Why am I doing plus equals? You didn't know about Fennel? Is so sad? Perhaps, but I still don't know about him. I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright. First of all, I want to see what this is actually affecting. Alright, so this is going through. I shouldn't need highest weight bone. I shouldn't need that, I don't think. Because at the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say that the weight of it is this specific bone. I guess one thing I could do is just... I don't know if I could. I mean, it's an array, so could I add a whole bunch of arrays together if they all have the same size? That might take extra time, though. Wait. Skin mesh render bones.length? This doesn't make sense. Okay. So I'm clearly doing something wrong. Now bones.length. This should be how many actual, like, modeled bones there are. Bones equals game object. Player model.transform.child count minus 2. Why am I subtracting 2 from that? I guess I'm subtracting 1 for the heart. Oh, I'm subtracting 1 for the heart and 1 for the armature. That's right. I also make bones temp, which is also a game object. Why am I making 2 separate bones, though? I don't really get it. Am I using bones temp anywhere else? Yeah, why don't I just use bones instead? Why don't I just use bones? I think I could. So use bones. Dot get component. So for each bone, get component, bone weight. I think we could just remove this chunk. For each float bone influence highest weight. Yeah, I'm just not gonna care about all this. I guess there is a really easy way to solve all these problems. So game object transform.parent. Goes bones, get component. I can get rid of this at the end because I'm just setting bones to the thing. Then bones transform.parent equals game object.transform. Wait, game object. What's game object? Wait, bones I transform.parent. So this is setting this specific bones parent to game object.transform. But the game object is oh, it's just a new game object. I set its name to bones I.name plus parent. Why? Also, why am I setting this local position? Oh, I guess I'm setting this thing's object, this thing's position to the actual position. I guess that explains it. Okay. So, something I have to think about is which bone should I assign it to? Now, most bones have only one thing. Like, this leg bone, it only connects to one bone in the armature. So, that's easy. However, what about something like the clavicle, I think it's called? Or it might be the sternum, I don't know. What's this one? That's the sternum. I was right, it is the clavicle. The clavicle, though, is connected to both the this bone and the spine in terms of what its parent is. So how do I actually keep track of that? That's the real question. Which one should I choose? I guess it doesn't particularly matter though. I don't know. I guess it doesn't. Not really. Why is it? Why is the tab distance so terrible? This is disgusting. This tab distance. Edit preferences. Preferences. Where's preferences? I'd like preferences. Where the hell are preferences? Also, welcome to the stream, Travis. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. This is a skeleton platform game. I have a description of it in the description. Maybe in the account settings. Nope. That would be too simple. Let's see if I can just search for it. Preferences. Nope. No results for preferences. I would love preferences, though. You know, I'd love to be able to just change my gosh darn preferences. Probably not properties window. Alright. Let's see if Google can help. Visual Studio. Change tabs. Nope, that's not right. No, I don't want next tab. I want to be able to assign tab sizes. Click settings at the bottom left. Okay, let's read this stupid, idiotic, dumb. Oh, it's for Visual Studio Code. You see, that's not the right program. I actually asked for Visual Studio. Thanks, Google. Tools, settings, options, maybe? Yeah. Text editor. Let's see if I can find tabs. Tabs. There we go. Let's see, now is it going to be smart? Let's see. It's smart again, let's go. Okay. No, this is not on mobile. This is going to be a computer game, and I really don't see how you can make it on mobile. The main gimmick is having two characters, and I feel like moving around with one character is already hard enough on mobile. It's hard enough to make a platformer on mobile. I don't think this would be feasible. Anyway, right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it possible to switch back and forth between procedural and rigged animations. Only problem is it's a bit tough. We'll take a look at the first vertice. Bone weights dot zero dot bone index 0. And you can't play it. You can only play mobile games. That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't think it would really work as a mobile game. I'm sorry. It's just how the game is built. Not to mention, it's probably not going to be like very efficient on mobile. Just because like mobile doesn't like support a lot of textures and whatnot. All the materials have to be burned down. I just think the controls would be the real killing factor. Then again, it might be easier to connect with online people, but I don't know. Also, if I was going to do mobile, I think I have to write it in like Swift or something, or Android Studio, and I do not like Android Studio. There's a lot of problems with mobile. Also, I'm pretty sure if you want to put your app on like the Google Play Store or on the iOS store, you have to pay money. So, and I'm not gonna sell this. This is a free game that I'm making, simply so I can show off what I can do. Only problem is I'm an idiot. I'm joking. All right, so bone index is that. So now what I want to do is I want to say average bone position equals. I'm going to look at bones I dot so now I should be able to say where's there's probably a million of those out there. What if I made a pixelated tower defense game? Yeah, I'm not making a pixelated tower defense game. That's I think they're fun, but like nah. Oh, I can use this. Okay. Wait, this is for each bone. So why am I doing this? This is for every vertex, I think. Yeah, I don't need to do this then. I don't need to do it for every vertex. And instead of this being highest bone weight, I can change this to be bone index. not change that into vector free, then why was it working before? You have an idea? Oh, I guess I have to say dot transform dot position. Let's see what this does and how it breaks. It could be a game where you use coins to spin for units, but there is a different one that will make you unlock units. So essentially, in RNG, you start off with random units, and you just get random units by spending coins. The only problem with that is I feel like it removes strategy, but then again, you said it one that unlocks units, so maybe you could like spend 2 points for spinning the wheel, and then you could spend 4 or 5 units or 5 points to guarantee unlock one thing. So you have to prioritize either getting good units, or you have to just throw in and all your points into spinning the wheel and hope you get good stuff. That could be interesting. Transformed child out of bounds. Well, that's funny. That's a bit silly. Bone.transform.getChild0. Wait, why do all these have... Why am I getting the child of this thing? I guess because originally I was going to have it as a child? What? I feel like the basic unit's usually worse than most other units, though. I think changing the odds could be interesting. So if you have more stuff, you get... Or more of one unit, you get less of it. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Alright, so for some reason I am trying to get the child of this object. But if I go ahead and hit start, let's go ahead and just do this. If I select this, I have skull parent. What in the world am I doing? Shoulder L. Are these all a part of the different things? Yeah. Under armature is spine 001, which under that is pelvis. That makes sense. But then you have parent as well. And is that also going to be spine 1? Wait, spine 001 is a part of the armature. Why is the armature so high up? I don't know. Ugh, this is annoying me. I haven't touched this code in so long, it's weird. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but it hasn't been a short period of time. Let me just remove this. Let's see if that works. Do I have any socials other than Discord? YouTube, but that's basically it. I know if I ever like really got ever socials, I would spend way too much time on it. So there's no rigid body 2D on that. I guess I'm putting that on the parent. So if I select something like, let's just select this, the skull. So the skull has a skin mesh renderer. It also has a regular mesh renderer. However, the parent has a rigid body 2D. Bone.transform dot parent. So I need to go ahead and look at all the bones. Should be okay. Maybe. Yeah, go ahead if you want to give the ideas for it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it, unfortunately, because obviously there's only so much time I have to work on stuff like this. But who knows? I'm not opposed to making a tower defense game. And making it random sounds like an interesting idea. Alright, that seemed to work slightly better. It seemed like stuff teleported around less. Kind of. Looks like the positions are correct now. So yeah, those are correct. It at least looks more correct than before. Here, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and it was hard to get. I think I'm correct though. I don't get why some stuff is falling faster than others. Anyway. I guess one thing I want to see is this. One thing I want to see is however rotations of it compare. Actually, I'm just gonna give it a random rotation. Screw it. Oh, one thing I need to see is this. If I go ahead and self-destruct, I did not self-destruct. So if I self-destruct, if I look at this, the skull, why do I even have the parent? Oh, I guess for that. That would be slow if I calculated a hitbox for every time. So right now the skull has no rotation. This does though. What if I set its rotation to 0? And then nothing happens. What if I set its rotation to what if I set its rotation to this? I don't think this would work either. That's 10. Yeah, because that's all the rotations stacked. I guess if I got world rotation, I could get it. Maybe. You know what? I might just make a circle collider. I think that's what I actually do already, now that I think about it. If I go ahead and look at the parent of this, if I go here, pull up a parent. If I look at skull parent, yeah, I make a circle collider, 2D. So yeah, I think I'll just give it a default size. Bone.transform.parent. Let's see how this looks. Your birthday? You want to make a cake dog for birthday specials? Kind of like in the Battle Cats. I will say that actually sounds pretty creative though. Also nice. That's kind of the explosion I was hoping for. It looks like the circle colliders are a little too big though. Where do I create the circle colliders? Probably in start. Bones. For each bone, I go ahead and add a. Guessing I add a thing. Oh yeah, the reason I'm using the parent is because it doesn't get affected by rotation and stuff. It's just a solid value to use. That's why I was using it. Now I remember that. Yeah, I know Battle Cats. I used to play it. I got bored with it eventually though. Cookie Run Kingdom. That sounds like a bad mobile game. Alright. So I need to find this. So where am I making the circle collider? Mesh renderer, skin mesh renderer. I know I'm creating a circle collider somewhere. The question is, where the hell am I creating it? Well, first of all, I am creating a thing here. So I should be creating it around here. GameObject.name. There should be a spot where it's like GameObject.components.add. Ah, here it is. Circle Collider 2D. Create mesh. I don't think that's actually doing anything. Generate mesh? Is that something? Oh, it's right now it's just a collider 2D. Alright, whatever. Bone mesh collider. Dot size. Dot radius. I'll just say circle collider. Now I should be able to use stuff like circle. Dot radius. Equals 0.1 f. Let's see if that does anything. I do think it's a good game in the terms of how much content you have for free. Also, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All your bones just fall apart. Okay, that's one problem that I need to sort out. All the bones interact with the player. That should not be happening. So how do I fix that? All the bones should not be interacting with the player. I should be able to say that the type of collider or the tags on the materials should be, I guess it's just, no player should interact with player. I guess I'll make a layer that's like particle. Should be here in physics 2D. Yeah. So default, that's layers. Okay. So let's add a layer. We're gonna call this, we're going to call this ignore by player. No, because then it might still interact with enemies. There's already UI, but I don't think I'm gonna put this on UI. I think I'll just call this particle. Is that how you spell particle, or am I stupid? It's likely both, but yep, it's particle. There we go. So now what we can say is, should default interact with particle? Well, what's this? This is default. So no. Default should not interact with particle. Should particles interact with particles? I don't know. Like, should the bones bounce off of each other? Maybe. So now though, oh, we're not set to particle. I wish I could store some information here that could tell it what its parent is. There might be some, but I don't know. Thanks, Micah Animations. Thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near done. I'm just trying to figure out this stuff. It's really difficult to basically convert your rigged animation into a procedural animation, which makes this fun. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to set it each bone's layer to particle. To be more precise, I should be setting the parent to it. So here when I add the circle collider, where do I add the circle collider? Where is it? I would like to see it now, please. This is parent. Game object. Add circle collider. So after I add this, I should be setting its layer. So game object dot layer equals 6. I'm not sure if I can use a string. No. So I'll just set it to 6. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Layer. Yeah, 6 is particle. So now, because I did that thing with the physics, now it should actually work. Or you shouldn't interact with the particles. Oh, wait. It doesn't interact with default. That's weird, though. Shouldn't it still interact? Shouldn't default still interact with it? Like, I guess not. Okay. In that case, I'll make a specific, is there not already a ground thing? I guess this is a tag, not a layer. So we need to make a layer ground. Set all of these layers to ground. There we go. Bam. All the bones. That's what I'm looking for. It's kind of like those memes. Bruh, I'm dead. Collapses into a pile of bones. Alright. Next thing is to add explosion. I want these bones to go flying. Bone rigid body dot add force. I probably have to change this. Bone rigid body dot add force. Vector 2D, and I'm pretty sure you can also throw in a force mode. Yeah. So vector 2D, vector 2, is there like a dot random? Can I say dot random? No, I can't. That'd be way too easy. All right. In that case, vector math. Hi, vector math. How are you doing? Um, generate a random vector. Why are these not capitalized? I didn't capitalize this one because I saw the previous one wasn't capitalized, but I didn't question why that one wasn't capitalized. Public static vector2, because I'm using 2D physics, making this a vector2 is correct. Random vector, and it doesn't need any parameters. And we're just going to say float x equals, I guess I can normalize whatever I create, so -1 to 1. So math f dot random. No, I can't use that. Can I use random dot value times 2 minus 1. My honest reaction, yeah. I just made an early model of the coin. Yeah, it's good to just have a base model and then move on from there. I mean, clearly, like, this is not my final level model, and these are definitely not my final character models. They're just placeholders. I kind of like them, but at the same time, like, this is the hand. Nah, man. This is not the hand. It's not going to be the final hand. It's definitely a placeholder model. Looks like a yellow jelly bean. Alright, so what I just did is I'm making a thing that can generate a random vector. And essentially what it's doing is it's making a random value from, it's choosing two values from -1 to 1. And now what I can say is vector2, yeah, result. I can call it result equals new vector 2, and then I'm going to say result equals result dot normalized. This way, if I have something like, oh wait, if it's 0, 0, I also have to calculate that. If result equals or equals vector 2.0, if my vector 2 is 0, yeah, this is from 0.0 to 0.1 or 1.0. So if I have a directly 0 vector 2, I have to consider this scenario, because if it is specifically 0, like if I have 0, 0, then obviously that normalize doesn't work. Because normalize gives it a magnitude of 1, and if it doesn't have a direction, because it's 0, then you can't have it. Just yellow jelly beans. I mean, you could make it candy themed or something. Not out of the question. Alright, so let's see. What default value should I do? Oh, I can just say, I can just make it recursive. So I can just say random vector, result equals random vector. So yeah, now if it fails, it just gives you the same thing back. So essentially, if it is 0, so it goes ahead and generates 0 for this, generates 0 for this, it makes a vector 2 and it's saying 0, 0, and then it says, oh, my result is equal to 0, 0. It'll go ahead and say, no, it's actually equal to, and then it re-rolls. That is good design. Valentine's event? Maybe. I think you're thinking a little too far ahead for that, though. So vector math dot um, random dot random vector. Okay, I did make it static. Times like 1,000 or something, and then force mode 2D dot explosion or impulse. Why not call it explosion? That's way cooler. Bro, I'm dead. Just all the bones explode everywhere. All right, 1,000's a little too high. Let's try 100. Halloween event. All right, hot take. Jelly beans aren't that good. All right, still a little bit too much explosion, but it's more reasonable now. Let's try 50. Why am I not making this its own value? Float player explosion force or bone explosion force equals let's just say 50 for now. Bone explosion force. You're gonna remake the Halloween currency now? So still a little too much. There we go. That looks pretty reasonable. All the bones go flying. Bro, I'm dead. Explodes into a billion pieces. Pretty much the effect I was going for. It's flickering for some reason, which is weird. Why, hello there, welcome to the stream, Boneless Wing. Unfortunately, this is a stream all about bones, so you might not like it. I just made the bone explosion. I made the "bruh, I'm dead" meme. And the nice thing is that it works with walls. Gosh, that's so stupid. Man. But now we have the funny part. We have to, um, now what we need to do is we need to make it so, one, the bones actually follow the heart. And two, we need to make it so the we need to make it so it reconnects at the end. It was the mash. It was a monster mash. It was a mash. I, it was a graveyard smash. I smashed the bones into a bajillion pieces. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to say when heart merged, or actually, dash complete. There we go. So first of all, I want to see if a game object can have some information. So when I create this, I obviously set its transform dot. Yeah, I set its parent to this, to bone index. Now, if I could store bone index somewhere, then we would have a little bit of an easier time. Let's see. Can I say game object dot there's no way to add like an attribute, I guess. I guess I can add a component. What component should I add though? Value? Value attribute's an actual thing? Doesn't look like it actually lets me to add it. Let's see. What components can I add? No value. Maybe just in. No, I don't want input. I just want to store some information inside of the object, but I can't change its tag or layer. There's nothing else really attached to it. Variables, that might work. Let's see, can I attach a variables component to this? No. I can't add a variables to it. Why wouldn't it let me add a variables to it before? Now let's see what this does to it. So if I go ahead and click on this now, I can go ahead and see that it has a variables. Not here, it's on its parent, unfortunately. Skull parent dot why does it not have that? Oh, I guess it's because of that. I have to add that there, not there. Okay. I see, I see. Let's call this sus. I don't really care about it. Um, hmm. I did not expect this to actually do something. I expected the button to like pop out a list, not actually create something. If I go ahead and close this now, does it still exist? It shouldn't. Hmm. Also, I just realized, so is this during start? Yeah, it is. Okay. So this only happens once. Wait. Why did it not create it before then? Smash the like button. Dang, that's really good advice. I like that advice. It's so cool. I agree. You should totally smash that like button. Alright, so it seems like variables is a little too intense for what I'm looking for. Is there like a color attribute that I can use? Nope, I cannot. Let's see, what other components can I add? Miscellaneous, maybe? No, not navigation. Event, maybe? No. UI? No. I just want to be able to attach something to it. Why can I not just attach a value to this thing? Alright, fine, fine. I'll go ahead and actually do the right thing. I'll make a separate array called bone parents, private game object, or actually dictionary, private dictionary of type game object to game object. We're going to call this bone parents. There we go. So now what we should be able to do is we can go down here and we can say bone parents. First of all here, so we can say bone parents. Okay, can I now do the correct thing that I'm trying to do? No, I can't. Okay. I want to be able to do the thing that I want to be able to do though. So I'm gonna have to ask you to actually work, please. Bone parents dot add, and we're going to be saying at game object. And then we're going to be putting the value in as bone index. Oh, this is here. Why the hell is that there? I don't know. Okay. Bone index. Um, we'll put that there actually. Cannot convert Unity transform to game object. Alright, fine. The dot game object. Oh. Wait, no. Dot game object's correct. Screw you. Oh, I guess it has to be into parentheses. I was wrong in my scope. So now what we should be able to say is in bone parents dot get or try get and then we're gonna put it in game object. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, because this output of bool there. Get get value. Dot transform. There we go. That was annoying. You finished the jelly beans? Nice. And now, this should still work. Yep. Still looks pretty nice. One thing that I am going to do is I am going to add, I'm going to add a outline to these bones so that way they look correct. Why is that? Oh, it adds an explosion force to it because they activate again. Yeah, that makes sense. You're gonna watch a 15-minute long video of a police false phone call? Okay, that's cool. Alright, so when the dash is complete, I need to set all of the bones back to normal. Oh wait, no. Incorrect. When I start dashing, I need to go back. So when I try to dash, if I hit it, then I end weight, heart ricochet. Otherwise, so when I start dashing, I need to go back into animations. Or I need to go back into rigged animations. I guess in any way, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's just switch back to procedural when I go to that. Yo, welcome to stream Gatorade. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. Oh wait, you have been here. I'm sorry for not saying hello before. Alright, here I need to go ahead and reactivate all of the correct things. So basically do the inverse of all this. Where do it be? Where do I do all the stuff for the bones? If self-destruct detected. There we go. So in try dash, for each bone in bones, I'm going to set its parent, or its parent's parent to bone parent dot get default value, get value or default. And we're going to be looking for bone dot transform dot parent. And we're going to be looking for the transform of this, not the game object. Get value or default. Let's see. Why is it not like it? The type arguments for method. What are you talking about? I'm supposed to be passing in a game object as the key, right? What? Huh? Yeah, I'm passing in a game object as the key. The type arguments. What? Cannot be inferred from use to choice special. What? Is it asking me to put this here? Or not that, this. Game object, game object? If so, that's really stupid. Oh, wait. I am dumb. Because parent is the transform. I need to say dot game object. There we go. That's stupid, but I understand what went wrong there. Also, my music's over. Also, I've been streaming for over an hour, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. What am I gonna put on now? I'll put on. We'll put on the Pikmin 2 OST. I'm very, very creative. Then again, I do like me some Pikmin 2 OST. You could be using fake nitro. I don't know why you'd use fake nitro for YouTube, but okay. If it's to get around ads, I guess I kind of get it, but why not just use an ad blocker? Oh, just for Discord, okay. I mean, to be fair, Discord Nitro doesn't really get you anything. I mean, I guess it gets you emotes, so I don't know. So, skin mesh renderer, that should be turned off, I think. Wait, no, that should be turned on. True. Mesh renderer gets turned to false. Collider enabled equals false. Bone rigid body. And that should be set to true. And just like that, now when you go ahead and there we go. It didn't reset your bone position, so like if I'm over here, the bones explode correctly. Why is that? Why do the bones stay in their position there? That is a weird bug. But hey, now you actually respawn correctly. Kind of. Okay. That's understandable. Then again, it might be piracy, so I don't know. Legally, I'm gonna say, who knows? I honestly don't know the law on it. I'm not going to say one way or another whether that's more, well, if it's legally correct. Morally correct, that's a little different. I don't really care about Discord that much. Clearly not. If I did, I would promote mine more. All right. So why is it so that I guess at the start? Wait, what? Oh, I guess I need to set its position back to. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. So right now, the bones positions are all child of the object. So like whenever I move the skeleton, the skull is actually moving. It's not animating to the skin mesh renderer, but it's still moving around. And because of that, when I go ahead and explode, all these little bone parts still move around. But if I do this now, all the bone parts moved over a little bit, and now we're going to start clipping through the wall. And it's because they are moving. They are being offset from where I start and where I end. So when I go ahead and actually connect, whenever I form the player, I should be resetting its position to the bone positions, I guess. Or whenever I dash out, I guess, that's when it should really be setting its positions. Right now, where am I setting its positions? Right now, I'm setting it right here. GameObject.transform.position. So I can go ahead and change this. An average position is literally just the bone skin mesh renderer, the bones position. So I can just set that here. Should be able to just save this. Boom, boom. And now down here, I should be able to say, when you go ahead and self-destruct, when I'm doing all of this for each bone, when I'm doing stuff to the parent, I can say bone.transform.parent.transform.position equals bone dictionary or bone parents dot get value or default, and then I'm going to put in the bone.transform.parent parent, that is not parent, .parent .game object, and then I'm going to be getting .transform.position. There we go. Now it should be resetting every time you dash. So you do that, you respawn, and now you explode again. There we go. Now I just have to implement tracking, and yeah, it'll look pretty cool. What I want to do is that when you explode, all your bones fly after the heart after like a tenth of a second. The reason I added all this collision and explosion is so that way if you're like next to a wall, when you explode, you don't just fly through the wall. Because if it's like a thin wall, then it could cause some problems. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Gustario and Lario. But yeah, pretty happy with this for right now. You might keep fake nitro off. Well, you do whatever is legal, I guess. Anyway, I shouldn't stream for too long tonight. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty happy with what we got done. Let me go ahead and save everything. File, save all. File, save. But yeah, with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys